everybody. How's it going? I wasn't planning on going live tonight. I was planning on going live tomorrow afternoon. However, just before my live on Wade Wilson, I put Betty on, and as I said in my community post, holy macaroni and cheese on a cracker. I have no words. Those of you who have not seen it, it is going to be, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. Road rage, first of all. It's insane. It's insane. And I had said yesterday during my live that because she's driving, she's streaming, she's not paying attention, she's putting not only herself, but innocent people in danger. I had said, I really hope the universe lets her know that she shouldn't be doing what she's doing. And so after work, I got home and I realized I forgot my lunch bag, which had my dinner in it. So I drove back to work, and on my way back home, I was listening and I heard police sirens, and she says, "Oh my God, they're coming for me. They're coming for me." And that was long before when the police actually did stop behind her in a parking lot. I believe she was in a parking lot based on the front view. And I was like, she shouldn't have put that in the universe. She should not have put that in the universe, because the police truly did arrive. And then, I mean, well, you'll just have to see. Like, it's unbelievably dangerous what she did, not only again for herself, but those involved. She claims that she's being stalked, but the person that she's claiming is stalking her did not get out of their car and start yelling at her sitting in her car. And then she went live again. I have not seen the second live. If we have time, I'm not going to stay live too long because I do still have work tomorrow, but she did go live again, of course, complaining. And the reason for the title actually goes with what she said this morning, because apparently I'm still in her mind. She's still thinking about me because someone had made a comment about her sentence structure, it not having correct punctuation, etc., etc. Apparently, she says that it was me. It must have been that teacher from New York. No, it wasn't me, but thank you for thinking about me. So when I was looking for a title for this live, I just put in sentence structure quote. That's all I put in. And this quote from Woody Allen came up, and I was like, holy crap, this is exactly what I need, which is sentence structure is innate, but whining is acquired. And how true it is in regards to Miss Bullhorn. And the thumbnail, actually, coming soon to a street corner near you, was because this morning she was talking about going around and putting up flyers. So it wasn't anything nefarious. It wasn't anything, dirty, anything like that. It was just, she was going to be walking around putting up flyers. So I just figured street corner. So let me just say hi quick. So Lynn, Ava, Simi, Sober Pug, BHB has been flying her broom around. Well, she's not flying. She's walking. She's walking down highways. Hey, SoFlo, Road Rash, Tracy, Esme, Sinner, thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. I appreciate that. Okie, good to see you. AMAC, driving and listening. Drive safe. Organized Confusion. Love the name. True Jedi Forever. She I don't know, like, and here's the thing, if y'all haven't seen the Wade Wilson trial, today we finished up the first day of the penalty phase, and there were some doctors who testified, both for the defense and the prosecution. And let's just say they discussed some things that seem relevant in regards to our good friend Betty. So if you're interested, it's a little bit long, but the doctors definitely make some good points. Hey, always chasing the rain. Or Allie. I like that name. Powder Puff, good to see you again. Shit show. That's one way of putting it. At this point, it's not a matter of it, but when she gets someone hurt. Yeah. Something's going to give. It's inevitable. I agree. Somebody's going to end up getting hurt. And that's not yeah, infamous. I didn't realize when she did that, I didn't realize she was on a 3-lane highway. Well, I think she was in the turning lane. So it must have been a 2-lane highway. They were in possibly the turning lane. I was only half kind of watching. But I was like, what? Like, she got out of her car? Like, what the heck? And I mean, like, respect to Mr. Bowersox for maintaining his composure and just, he did respond. I wouldn't have responded at all if it was me. I would just roll up my window and ignore her. But I mean, that is insane to, like, you park your car, you get out, you leave the door open, you go yell at someone in another car. I'm guessing there's other people around. I mean, that is classic road rage. Classic road rage. Hey, Kimberly Jerome, thanks for being here. She did mention putting signs in people's yards. I don't know whose yard, but she did say signs. The one thing that I was asking, she said she had to go down some ditch. And I was like, why would you have to go down into a ditch to hang a sign? It was weird. I wasn't sure what she was talking about, but it could be hormones, but I mean, I'm the same age and I'm not acting like this, but I know it affects everybody differently. So oh, Gianna, I did not see that part. That part I did not see, but I did hear about it. I only saw I saw the part where she got out of her car and was yelling, and then I had to get ready for my live about Wade Wilson, so I didn't see anything after she stopped yelling at Mr. Bowersox. I don't know, like, it's and the thing is, people are supporting what she's doing. I'm looking at the comments, and people are supporting what she's doing. And that's even scarier because they're condoning her behavior. I mean, Powder Puff, you said exactly what I just said. If I saw one of my friends do that on a live stream, I would be genuinely concerned. Genuinely concerned. Oh yeah, did she get to Texas Roadhouse? Did she actually go there? That's the thing. When you feel like you're being followed or stalked, etc., why would you tell people where you're going? Like, she's giving everyone every step of the way. She has her GPS on, telling her where to turn. I mean, it's like, if you don't want people to know where you are or where you're going, don't talk about it. Do what you're going to do and move along. After that episode, she wants a $60 steak. Oh, I agree. She's baiting. Absolutely. And I don't know. Like, I was floored. I was genuinely floored. Genuinely floored. Hey, Gigi, how are you? Plus, when you are truly scared, you typically lose your appetite, or at least I do. Yeah, well, and I feel like I'm an anxious eater, so when I'm feeling really anxious, I start eating because I think it's going to make me feel better, and it just makes me feel worse. But sometimes, in certain circumstances, I do get that nausea where you're so anxious and so panicky that you just can't. Um, oh, infamous, that t-shirt. First of all, that green is ugly as sin. It's like she was at, do you remember in the late 80s, early 90s going to the roller skate rink, and they had like those fluorescent lights that would you know, go all around? That's what that shirt reminded me of. Yeah, and she had that shirt on, and again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not going to comment on anything in relation to that. Um, I will comment on observations and what she's doing, but she thought the police with the truck off the road was a psyop. I don't know what that means. Like someone doing, following her around. I agree, debunked down under. She is a menace to people on the road. Absolutely. And then I think it was this morning. I didn't catch all of it because Monopoly Go, if you play Monopoly Go, you know what I mean. There's a new album. I'm more worried about that than her. But I did catch some of it where she was she had the camera. She was holding the camera out her driver's side window, which tells me she's not paying attention to the road for the most part, because she's got to make sure she's got the camera at a certain angle to get, there's people. There's people. There's cars. There's people. You see the people? Well, no crap, there's people. It's a city. Hey, Snarks, how are you? And speaking of Florida, there was just a triple homicide in her town in Manatee County. I will be covering that sometime this week. Probably Thursday. Hey, Pepper, how are you? That's a good question. And again, only they know the answer. Yes, Sunnyside. That was, I think it was January-ish. That was when she said that she was going to talk to the politicians about the national database for missing children, which already existed. So she said that she was going to advocate for the children, but it turned out to be also a political rally. And it was the guy on the bicycle. He was just, he did have words with people, but she marched herself from one place, not near him, over to right in front of him. She's the one who was pointing her finger, harassing him, and then she claimed foul when he yelled back. All right, so we're going to get started here because I've already been rambling for 16 minutes. So again, I only saw part of this because I was, oh my gosh, I was so mad at myself for getting my lunch, and the only reason I had to drive back to get it is because tomorrow's the last day. So I wanted to have my room completely ready to just walk out the door when we were done with our meeting. So I unplugged the refrigerator so it could defrost and it would be ready. And so I was so mad at myself, but it is what it is. I drove back, got it, and drove home. All right.
Well, at least law enforcement here in Tennessee is pretty good. It's pretty good. But I can tell you that they did tell me that there were people calling in because of my peppering. There was only one person as he was riding through.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I have to go back further? Wait, so she's driving. Oh, wait, what's she doing here? Oh, she's putting up a sign. Okay.
I mean, I am
Ooh.
hot.
Oh,
look at that.
MMM. Okay, let me. Jeez Louise. Where's she again? Okay, well, we know she was putting up flyers.
Actually, people online have wasted law enforcement resources. Just FYI.
Right, let me just back up a little bit because she's. Oh, here she is putting up a sign. Okay, let's see.
At least 24 hours. They can come out here and rip them off. I really don't care. I'll go buy a $50 steak. That should buy us at least 24 hours.
Maybe. Do I need to rewind it more? I feel like. And so here's the thing, and I don't know. Well, maybe I will go back a little bit. Well, yeah, she's just driving around. I don't really care about her driving around. But so my question is, this looks like some type of, like plaza. Like stapling a flyer to a tree, I would assume you would have to get permission to do that because even though it's a public establishment, it's still private property. Yeah, it looks like she has a staple. Yeah, she has a staple gun. So she stapled this flyer to the tree, came back. 2 staples.
Should buy us 24 hours. We could find
so nothing eventful happens before this. All right, thank you, Senator.
We can just post some on.
Yep, she's right.
Tape.
Why would you? And I'm trying to see what that says. This doesn't even look like. I thought it was like a plaza with like Home Depot, PetSmart. This looks like a corporate place or like a medical plaza. What does that say? It's hard to tell. So she put one flyer on a tree. Where's she going now?
And I don't want to go out. I'm going to stay in this community.
I don't want to go out. I want to stay in this community. Okay, but that doesn't look like a community. It looks like some kind of plaza.
We need to have trees that are exposed. Trees are going to make sure the trees are exposed. They're going to be seen.
Oh, we have to make sure the trees are exposed. Okay.
And I'm sure they're probably already got people calling and tattling. I just want to let you know, if anybody calls the freaking cops, you're wasting law enforcement resources.
Okay, so here's the thing. Why would you even say that while you're putting up signs? To me, this means that she knows that the police are going to be called because someone, possibly that she knows, is going to call them. Why would you even mention that? You're out putting up signs. That's what you should be doing. And again, I agree, it's a photo op. She's recording everything she's doing. She's making sure she gets the correct angle to get herself on camera. But again, it looks like private property. Possibly, Jana. Right, True Jedi. It's private property.
Oh, this is hilarious. How you doing, officer? That's me. All right, I have a funny feeling this officer's coming to talk to me.
Okay, so this is where so there's an officer.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, and I don't know what the officer says to her because it was hard for me to hear, but he probably saw her walking around stapling papers to trees. That is against the law. You can't just go to random places and staple stuff to trees. he probably wondered, what are you doing? No one had to have called him. If he was driving around patrolling, he probably saw her with her bright neon green shirt. I mean, talk about calling attention to yourself. And said, hey, I wonder what this lady is doing. Stapling papers to random trees. I don't believe this one is. I think they have, because this looks like a Nissan. Or maybe not. But their car, I thought that too, but I think their car was black. This one looks gray or silver. Where'd she go? Oh. Oh, she got out? What's happening? Where did you go? I don't know where she went.
Really, people online.
Okay, well, she starts talking.
Oh, and I just want to tell you guys, I'm going out here. They did actually, people online have wasted law enforcement resources, just FYI.
Okay, so here's the thing. Within, what was it, maybe 5 minutes, she says, she makes a comment about, yeah, and people online are probably going to call law enforcement, wasting their time. And then now the police show up. And someone had said, I got a message, either it was, I don't remember where, maybe it was a comment I saw, that she actually flagged law enforcement down for this reason. Because why would you mention, right? I mean, it was what, like 5 minutes before? Well, maybe 10 minutes. So 10 minutes prior, you said they're going to call law enforcement and waste their time. And then law enforcement shows up. Sorry, I don't think that's a coincidence.
You guys are freaking idiots.
Right, and you never get out of your car when a cop is behind you. You always let them approach you. Okay, so she goes and leaves. Okay, so she's gone again.
Pretty good, but I can tell you that.
Right, here she
Well,
comes.
at least law enforcement here in Tennessee is pretty good. It's pretty good. But I can tell you that they did tell me that there were people calling in because of my peppering. There was only one person as he was riding through that said I stepped on property. I did not. I told him where I posted. He goes,
yes, you did. Yes, you did. We saw you. Like she thinks that because it's in the public, you can just go there and walk on it. You cannot. I can't go to a mall, see a tree, and staple a sign to it. It's private property. Even though the public can enjoy, I don't enjoy them all, but other people do. Just because you can go there shopping as a public person, it's still private property. So probably a property owner, which she just said, so it wasn't a freaking YouTuber. It wasn't a YouTuber. Someone saw her doing something that she wasn't supposed to do and probably contacted law enforcement, which would make sense because it's been about 10 minutes since we saw her in that plaza or, medical, whatever, just some kind of complex. Good point, Jana. Good point. She would have been a whole lot angrier if she did not expect law enforcement. I know, genealogy gypsy. She knows the law. Yeah, and that tree didn't look very old. I mean, it only, it was not a sapling, obviously, but it didn't look like an older tree. Even still, you shouldn't do it on older trees. But like, you're just going to random places and putting signs up. Even Even stores, you have to go in and ask, can I put this sign in your window? You can't just go there and tape it to their window. I mean, the post office, even the post office has a sign on their cork board that says any, posters, advertisements, etc., please see us for permission or whatever. So, I mean, her name has been oh, geez. Oh, yeah, she was, Ava. She was. And that's one thing I do want to point this out. In one of the lives, she was, skulking around the neighborhood and had said, they could see the garbage truck through the trees. You can't see the garbage truck through the trees. It's summer. This happened back in February during winter. We lose leaves on our trees because it's cold. So the trees lose their leaves, which means you can see through pretty much everything during the winter. Also, one thing I want to point out is when she was skulking around St. Jude's at 5:15 a.m., she said, "It's not that dark out." It's called daylight savings time, Betty. It's darker in February. Again, common sense.
So what did you do? And I said, well, I pull my car up, I stop, I get out, I go to the post, I post the sign, I get back at the car, go to the next post, get out, post the sign, get back in the car, go out. And he goes, so you didn't go in the property? I said, no. I said, I went up to, I said, I barely was on, I stretched, like I would be on the, foot on the public easement and post on the sign. And
okay, so we're at 109.55. Let's just go back to that little tree. Here it is. Okay, so the sidewalk, possibly public, but again,
should buy us at least 24
she said
hours.
She didn't go on the property. Yes, you did. She walked on the grass because this, I don't know what this thing is. It looks like an electrical box, transformer box. She did. And then when she went to this tree, she stretched. She was on the public easeway, right? Which would be the road, still private. But yes, you did. You walked on the property. You didn't stretch to put it on the tree. And even so, still probably not legal because it's not your property and you didn't get permission. Oh my God. Oh, right. And that's a good point. Where's that comment I just saw? Oh, here, Purple Haze. Good point. Real heavy traffic area. Right. I mean, and again, this was, this was around rush hour. So clearly it was where people probably worked and had gone home. Hey, Wildfire, also a good point. It's like she was looking for people to mess with and no one did. She called people on herself. Hey, Keister Bunny, long time. I used to see you over in T-Revs a long time ago. Gosh, probably 2 years ago now. She has spent a lot of time baiting others to do something. She is creating scenarios. Yeah, manufacture drama. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're right, SS. Is it PsyOps? Sadly, drama, not the hard work of a missing persons case is what gets viewers, and that's why she's here. She isn't about to hike through the Tennessee woods. Of course not. Right, Jeanette. I mean, that poor tree, right? The tree didn't do anything to her. So again, she said I stretched like I would be on the foot on the public easement. No, your feet were on the grass.
Easement and post on the sign. And so
why make this up? Everyone can see what you're doing. And
that's what we did. And so I've got that on camera. And so no harm, no foul, right? People lied.
Karma is a biatch. I do not believe she has. Wasn't she supposed to, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe yesterday she said she was going out with Terry Lynn to search. Where's that footage? Where's that bean footage, Betty? Does it even exist? Because I'm pretty sure you would be live streaming that.
I don't understand why people have to constantly be utilizing law enforcement resources.
And so my question is, so he must have spoke to her, right? Because she was out of her car. Now she's in her car. Why is he still behind her if she didn't get a warning or a ticket? Like, is he waiting for her to leave? What is he doing? I'm just curious. Oh, let's see. Even before this, here, she staged a phone call, filed the false police report, well, allegedly, and accused someone of stalking and said report. Right. But again, there could be no report. There could be no report. True Jedi, good point. She could at least do a better job of pretending to help. SS PsyOps, that's actually where my title came from, because she was complaining about a comment someone left for her that she has bad punctuation and sentence structure, and she blamed me for the comment, and it wasn't me. Because she found out all of my troll accounts. I don't have another troll account. Hey, Patty, how are you? Oh, okay, stranger stalking. I think she is talking about when she was in the Bower Sox's neighborhood, which would make it private property. Okay. Right. I mean, the creators that occupy space in her head have banded together against her. Conspiracy confirmed. Good one. Well, and you know what? This fake drama is working. She had at one point, I think, 1,500 people in her chat watching her complain and road rage. I mean, talk about viral video. I bet if I post that on TikTok and hashtag road rage, I'll actually boost my views quite a bit. That's actually a good idea. I might actually do that.
That need to be out there searching because I'm posting flyers. You guys hear how stupid that is? And it you guys just wasted an hour of this man's time.
An hour? Seems like he's only been behind you for 10 minutes or so. 12 minutes. So how is an hour being wasted? That's 10 minutes, 15 tops.
It ain't gonna bother me. I'm done. That's exactly why I didn't go.
It's not gonna bother me. You're pretty bothered right now, if you ask me. You're pretty bothered. Because if you weren't bothered, you'd just go about your day and keep hanging up signs.
Lie with you guys. I can hit it and quit it. What are you going to do now?
I'm sorry. I'm being very immature right now. But that's not I don't think that's an appropriate statement for hanging up signs for a missing child, Betty. I mean, we grew up in the same, we grew up the same era. When you say hit it and quit it, that's not what you refer to. Aw, common sense, you're so sweet. Have a good day.
I broke no laws, and here you are all calling law enforcement. Do you guys understand how stupid you are? I'm allowed to post flyers. There's a public easement on every property that goes up to the utility pole. I'm allowed to be.
And you know what? Actually, let's show this comment. Where did it go? No, I can't find it. Let's see. Center. Oh, I guess maybe I can't see it because I timed them out. I thought I could still see it on StreamYard. Oh, well. So actually, let me just read this because this is kind of funny. So Common Sense 101 stated, your pathetic, butthurt, pansy, pocket-watching backsides ain't doing nothing but talk. Talk is cheap. Stop being so ignorant and work for your content, lowlife. You know, like BHB does. Put your backside on the line if you can do it better. Well, here's the thing, Common Sense. Some of us, unlike Blowhard, have actual jobs where we actually have to earn a paycheck to provide for our families and to have, you know, house, car, go on vacation, things like that. So, I mean, I may be a lowlife, but at least I have a job. Betty doesn't have a job. So there's that. But thanks for stopping in. Have fun on Block Island. I know, she's not. Hey, Zynga. I love that name. You know what that reminds me of? The Zynga. If anybody's watched Big Brother, there was it the Zinger? They would do like those roasting comments. I think it was like Zinger. I think that's what it was called. If AMAC is in here, she's going to know better than me.
Be in that grassy area. But idiots on here that don't know the law actually think that that's breaking the law. You guys are idiots. I'm allowed to post signs. These.
No, you're not. Without permission. I don't think there's any tree because technically the sidewalk is for the public, but I know where I am, the sidewalk is owned by the state of New York. I don't own my sidewalk. New York State does. So even a sidewalk with a tree between the sidewalk and the roadway, the state owns that. I don't own it. So if I were to put a sign on that tree, I'm putting it on private property or state property. And that's why I'm not supposed to put signs on the grass between the sidewalk and the road because it's not my property. It's state property. Oh, good to know, Zero. In England, you can post what you want. Interesting. Zingbot. Thank you, Beyond Blessed. Zingbot. I was close. Zinger, but Zingbot. Right, that robot. I love that robot.
On utility posts. What did we do? We posted signs.
That wasn't, well, I guess in the neighborhood. I didn't watch the neighborhood, but even utility signs, there are laws. I know in Kingsport, Tennessee, because when I reviewed Betty way back a year ago, she was putting flyers, missing posters for Layla on trees and utility poles. It's against the law to put any signage on power poles. She knows the law. She should have known that. I had to Google it because I'm not that versed in the law like she is. And she mentioned that today because someone said something about her being a paralegal. And, it was some audio she was playing for her viewers. And they had mentioned her being a paralegal, allegedly. And she's like, I went to school. I know the law. I'm versed in the law. I know how to research the law. Well, clearly not that well, because you just got scolded by a police officer for putting signs where they don't belong. Art and crafty days, I don't think she has. She's still claiming that it's still, it's still got merit.
On utility posts. And whatever person out there in that community, please go pull your camera and give it to law enforcement since you think I violated the law.
So speaking of Eileen Wuornos, when I was watching this live actually earlier, someone commented, "Is that Eileen Wuornos?" And the comment was deleted, but I was like, oh my God, that's really rude. But she does have the Eileen Wuornos hair in this live. Scout. Where's that comment? She got her paralegal degree from sitting and booking after all her arrests. I mean, maybe that's what made her want to go to school for it, or she knew how to get out of it because she had gone to paralegal, gotten her, I think she said it was an AA, so it was 2-year degree. Yeah, she said today, and again, it's not verbatim, obviously, but she said she prepared the lawyers to go to court. She did all the work so they could go to court and be ready. Okay.
So they can see me going on public easement, please. That would be great. But no, I didn't get a ticket, didn't get a warning. He just wanted to talk to me. I told him exactly what was going on yet again. I told him how Illuminati and the Proudfoots are constantly harassing me and have me under surveillance.
Oh my God.
So that is now yet in.
Oh, speaking of, because she said under surveillance, the number of people in her chat telling her to check her car for a tracking device. Are you kidding me? Like, oh my gosh. Again, if you haven't looked into the Wade Wilson case, check out my live that I did a few hours ago. It is so insightful. So insightful.
Another report. So if you guys want to keep going, go ahead. That's 3 reports now with their name in it because they won't leave me alone.
Oh, is he coming back?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So how come he came back? She didn't get a warning. She didn't get a ticket. Why is he asking her to step out of the vehicle again? Because when I've gotten pulled over, I've gotten pulled over twice in my life. I've never gotten out of my car. And the police officer has always come to talk to me on my driver's side window. I've never been asked to step out of the car. So why is he asking her to step out of the car not once, but twice? Maybe law enforcement watches YouTube. Maybe, Ava. I'm so glad you... Oops, wrong one. Why is my StreamYard isn't moving like it should be? Art and crafty days. I said the same thing yesterday. It's against the law in Tennessee to drive and live stream. Yes, it is. And that's what she's doing. She is live streaming while driving. Your road rash. She's probably watching your live stream. Okay, so I'm going to just zoom through this a little bit because he does talk to her for quite a long time. So I see her pointing at something. He talks to her for a long time.
So he tells me Jonathan's, he says Texas Roadhouse and Jonathan's are pretty good. So there you have it. Bullhorn Betty's going to jail. 101. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be recording every damn thing. So you bitch.
Okay, so this is where I actually wrote to Sinner and SoFlo and AMAC and said, why is she talking like she's from the bayou? She's from Florida. So she's got this, like, she's talking Southern and, like, it doesn't become you, Betty. Just be from Florida. Be from Florida. So now she gets this Southern draw to her voice. Good point. He's probably explaining the proper method for posting paper in a town. Steph, play the whole video. You cut out what is important. No, I didn't. I didn't play the beginning of the video because it was just her bitching and complaining about Chris Proudfoot. And she was wandering around, driving around a neighborhood, probably stapling more flyers to trees. I mean, I'm not cutting out what's important is what comes up next. That's what's important. What's up, little minx? Oh, he made a complaint to the cops about their property and Betty walking on it. I mean, she's been skulking around and I mean, she said she was bragging about the fact that she was going to go to their house and try to zoom in the woods because that's where she thought Chris went. He went deep in the woods. Yeah, I know, Sinner. Steph is just, blowing smoke because I listened to that part in my car.
Just can't call law on me no more. Wasting law enforcement time, an hour of that man's time. It didn't take any hair off my bootay. But you guys wasted an hour of law enforcement time. Anybody that's bragging about calling law enforcement, you guys need to dog the shit out of them for wasting. Who's bragging about calling law enforcement?
Oh, I mentioned that I filed a report on you back in October. Are you referring to me? Because, I mean, I had good cause. You called my employer. You called, well, according to her, she called my employer. She called the local news. And she was going to take my job. So, and she also posted a community post that said she had business in my hometown. So, is that stalking? I mean, I filed a report on her. She said she was coming to my town because I wouldn't keep my name out of her mouth. And she's continued lately to talk about me all over again. So if she's looking for me to sue her, I'm not going to sue her. One, because I don't want to go to Florida to see her face. So, yeah. Unless she does something very egregious, I'm not going to sue her.
Wasting taxpayer resources in a criminal investigation when they're searching for a little boy. They got them searching for Bullhorn Betty for posting some damn signs on post. Because these...
Steph, what's not a law in Tennessee? And just make sure that, we can agree to disagree, but... and I don't see anyone being rude or disrespectful, but again, everyone has their own opinion. We're not Betty's chat where people who ask questions are blocked and ranted at. So learn from each other and hopefully we can agree to disagree when this is over. Oh, Anita Selby's. Let me just get that comment. I had someone comment on my last live that they wanted me to put the comments up on the screen so that they would be able to read them. Mr. Bowersox was in the car beside me when this lady got out of her car, ran up to his window and started screaming at him. It scared me. If it had been me, I would have hit my horn. I would have just ignored her because she wants the attention. That's what she wants. She wants the attention.
Hate channels had to call little old.
And I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm giving her attention right now, but this is too good not to give her attention.
Bitches crying and whining. Can't believe Betty's out there. She's so mean.
Oh my gosh, crying and whining. I guess I'm telling you, the universe is at play, people. The universe is at play.
Yes, I am. And I'm going to be peppering some more. The worst thing that's going to happen to me is I'm going to get a ticket. You understand that? You're wasting people's time for a freaking ticket that my audience is going to end up gladly paying for. Believe that. Believe that. My audience will pay for my ticket. It's not coming out. You guys are idiots. Just stupid.
What an arrogant jerk. My audience will pay for my ticket. That's not the point. The point is that you keep saying that you don't break the law. You're breaking the law. If you get a ticket, it's because you broke the law. It's not a matter of whether or not they're going to pay for your ticket. You're not special. I'm sure any of us who got a ticket, we would have someone who would offer to help. The difference is we would say, no, thank you, we've got this. Because we're not a grifter who relies on other people's donations, as you call them.
Hey, yeah, like these people, like they don't want this boy found.
Oh, SoFlo, good point. Very good point. Where did it go? Tell your audience to pay your property taxes. That's more important. Hey, Mr. Nobody, I heard you were in somebody's chat today. Unfortunately, I didn't see it, but right? He's following me, yet she's behind him, and she's the one who gets out of her car to act a fool. So who's harassing who, miss? Yeah, that's what I thought.
They don't want this boy found. Cluminati, Queen Bee, the Proudfoots, they don't want this boy found.
I'm sorry, and I hate to swear, but she's a bitch. She calls us little bitches. No, we may be little bitches, but she's a bitch. The fact that she's even talking about a missing child this way is gross. Because again, it's all about her. She hasn't mentioned this little boy's name in the 20 minutes we've been watching this.
All they're looking for is either to go to jail or put me in jail, but they're going to be in jail before I am. I can guarantee that with the way they're going.
Steph, she mentioned me this morning. Yes, she did. So I have the screen recording, and she also brought me up the other day for no reason. So, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So, it is what it is. Bullhorn Betty didn't even get a warning. I did nothing wrong.
Bullshit.
Nothing. Dum-dums. Again.
Dum-dums. Dum-dums. You want some lollipops? Dum-dums. Every time she says dum-dums, that's what I think of. Like, do you have lollipops on the brain? You know, I mean, she was talking about the Wizard of Oz today because apparently she's never been to Kansas, but you know, the Wizard of Oz takes place there. Maybe she's thinking about candy. You know, I don't know.
Again, not breaking the law. Dum-dums. I hope everybody's been doing well. I can't even read. Let me put my glasses back on. I knew that officer was coming for me.
Of course you did. Of course you did. She just self-snitched without knowing she self-snitched. Have you heard of a Freudian slip, Betty? Because you sure do it a lot.
I waved at him. He turned around. I knew it. SCP mad. She's there. Oh, well, look at the shirt I wore. He's going to even be madder.
Like, that is so gross. Like,
oh my God! Little whiny man. Little whiny man. Doesn't want his son, his stepson found, does he? Wants to threaten a little girl, a little 5'1", 135-pound little girl. You want to intimidate me and tell me I need to watch where I go? Well, I just watched where I go, sir. I just watched where I go.
Wait a minute. She's talking really fast. I might have to slow her down back to normal speed.
I knew it. SCP mad. She's there. Oh well, look at the shirt I wore. He's gonna even be madder. Oh my god! Little whiny man. Little whiny man.
I only
doesn't
see one
want
person
his stepson found, does he? Wants to threaten a little girl, a little 5'1", 135-pound little girl. You want to intimidate me and tell me I need to watch where I go? Well, I just watched where I go, sir. I just watched where I go. What you gonna do, sir?
Oh, she's talking. Like, what the actual F?
I didn't step on your property other than to put a missing person flyer on your post. Dumb.
Well, if the post is on his property, that means you stepped on his property. Just saying. What's with the dumb? Dumb. I mean, what's with the dumb? I mean, that's...
Oh, I had this shirt on all day. I passed around a few more.
Road rash, I wonder the same thing. She's always got this, she always gets that southern accent, like she's from the bayou. I think she's emulating the people she claims to hate. That's my opinion. She wants to be those that she claims to hate. Why would you speak the way they do? Because they're southern. Hey, Tessa. 3-foot easement. She didn't step on his property. Okay, so Steph, I have a question, because again, I'm just asking questions. Was the easement a sidewalk? Is that what she's referring to? Because again, a sidewalk technically is not public property. Just curious. Oh, yes, she does, Art and Crafty. Yes, she does. And she's on the domestic violence registry in Florida. Anyone can find it. If you Google her legal name, which I will not say because unlike her, I have respect, and domestic violence registry, you will see her several times. She claims to be a journalist, not licensed. Yeah, she's not a journalist.
For some people in his community. Gave some shirts away. Seth gave me some bands, so I've been handing bands away. I actually got rid of signs. He gave me signs. I got 2 signs left. He handed me a shit ton of flyers. I got half of the
flyers. Again, I mean, is tree or pole on property that's trespassing? Yeah, and I mean, I will watch it when I have time, but she's doing it. She did the same thing with Layla Santinello. She deliberately videotaped her and Olivia stapling missing flyers to trees in front of Layla's boyfriend's house. Because then Betty believed he was the murderer. And she was caught on Olivia's video saying such thing when they drove by his house. Oh, that's where the murderer lives. That's the only place she videoed, or at least released video of posting signs, was in front of this kid's house. Why? In my opinion, is to harass and try to intimidate. Same thing she did today. I don't care if it's public easement or not. Putting a missing person, the grandchild, the missing poster of their grandchild on their property, that is trying to be intimidating, being a nuisance, and being immature. Like they don't know their grandson is missing. Again, no reason for it. It's for content.
Flyers left. Don't tell me Bullhorn Betty doesn't come in here and kick ass. I've been working my ass off in this freaking 99-degree heat while these boo-boos have been sitting at home trying to follow me, trying to figure out what I'm doing, and then wants to call the law.
Okay, because I've been watching Savage lately, and if somebody can post Savage's link for me, please. I was rolling yesterday. Just some of the comments, like I was just listening as I was working, and I would just burst out laughing because of a certain comment. She's emulating Savage. I don't hear Savage because her accent is authentic. But I hear Savage, actually, scratch that. I hear Betty trying to emulate Savage. I wonder if Betty will say moron. If Betty says moron, done deal. Done deal. Done deal. Thank you, Sofla Mama. Oh, I agree, Little Mink. She's late to the party. She's late to the party. See you, Corinne. Have fun.
On me for advocating for a little boy.
A little boy. See,
that's some bullshit right there.
What the heck?
So whoever's bragging about this, y'all dog the crap out of them. Drag them for a fool. Because what a waste of resources. And you know who has to pay for this? This community. They just had to pay that officer to come here and talk to me.
But the community, it's because you were doing something you shouldn't have been doing. And I'm sorry, if the officer that was a long time for an officer to speak to you. Because most of the time, they talk to you and they go about their business. Actually, maybe you asking him what the best restaurants are in town is wasting his time. Because again, that's not relevant.
They sure did. That officer could have been out there looking for Sebastian. Could have been out there looking for Sebastian. You just wasted a law enforcement officer for a whole entire hour. Shame on all of you. Seems like those tables are turning. Back when you guys could lie and manipulate your audience, it was a lot easier to say Bullhorn Betty's bad. But now that
and speaking of manipulating, I am going to do, now that summer break starts tomorrow, I am going to be doing a live where we go back in time. And I think I have to contact a few creators who really supported me back when she was doing her thing with me, calling my employer, calling the local news, etc., etc., etc. We need to show what Betty really does in her spare time or on her YouTube time, because she came after me really hard.
We bringing it all out here like this. They're seeing who the real problem is on these streets, and it's time to kick you fuckers out of here. The true crime.
Wow. Well, here's the thing, Betty. I don't think any of us are in town. I know I'm not. I'm in New York. So maybe it's time that you kick your own self out.
Does not belong here. This is true crime, not drama.
All right, Steph, I'm just going to send you to timeout for a little bit because, I mean, I haven't done anything to this lady. She's done a whole lot to me, though.
Drama does not belong in true crime. You guys are calling law enforcement and wasting their... when you want me to... You know what I'll do? This is what I'll...
Little Minx, I feel like... Actually, I have to be better at putting the comments up. Have you seen the video of her saying all moms have dropped their babies at some point? I have seen the video, parts of the video where she says something about karma, how she doesn't wish anything bad happened to us creators, but she wishes harm to their children, which is pretty messed up. And that's not even the right word for it. It's more than messed up. But I have not. I don't remember that. But I am a little bit behind on some of her lives. So, oh, I know Angel Chip. She started talking about public schools. Yeah. And because of her sentence structure, she said, I'm a product of public schools. Listen, most of us went to a public school because our parents couldn't afford private schools. We didn't end up like her. So to blame it on the public school system is just irresponsible and stupid. Gigi, I don't necessarily agree with you that this is a recovery. Look at JC Dugard, the Cleveland Three, Elizabeth Smart. I mean, there's hope. There is hope. And I just, the first person I think of is JC Dugard. She was kidnapped on her way to school at a bus stop. She was found 18 years later. I think it was 18 years. Maybe it was 20 something years. I'm pretty sure it was 18 years later. So there's always hope. Always.
I'll do. If you really want to push the issue, Clue, I'm happy. I'll be here for another day. I'm happy to kick it out in front of your house if you really want.
Oh, is it a block party? Are you going to put on a block party, Betty? Can we come? Is everybody invited? Can we sell tickets? Oh, shoot. I better not say that because then she'll think I'm threatening her.
Want me to? Boo-boo. But I ain't trying to go like that. But you keep screwing with me when I'm on.
Oh, now is she talking like she's from the city? Like, what's happening now? She went from Southern to like she's from the city. What's happening
this
here?
Trip? I'll start screwing with you too, boo-boo. So just FYI, I got one with a bigger set of balls, and I don't need to threaten people. And I don't
TMI. That's great if you were born with a big set of balls, but no one needs to know that, Betty.
Need to be violent to people. I don't need to cause any type of violent harm. Everything I do comes from here and here.
Back to Southern.
Wisen up, little girl. You don't want to wisen up.
How is everyone a little girl? She's 5'1". She calls me little girl. I'm 5'8". So she's the little girl. I don't know how tall the other creators are, but I would tower over her. And in sneakers, I'm like 5'9" or 5'10", depending on what sneakers I have on. So, I mean, come on. It's like little dog syndrome. Let me just take a look at comments. She owns all of Tennessee now. Well, she's also a taxpayer because she bought gas there. Oh, thank you, Little Minx. Or email me. If you email me at headstonesandheadlines@gmail.com, I'll get it. Oh, Alicia Navarro. That's a good one, too. Right. The police usually want people to stay in the vehicle unless they want to talk to her and see if she's under the influence. The police know who she is, insanity at its finest. If she knew the law, how come she didn't know how to, quote, notice up? I don't even know what, quote, I don't even know what notice up means because I'm not well versed in the law. Oh, Jenny, I have not seen that part, but I have heard about it. All right, I need to get moving because I've already been on an hour, but
they've been sitting here threatening me.
I can stay up a little late tonight because tomorrow's the last day of work until September.
For days, you guys have watched it. I haven't threatened them not one time. Now they got cops being called on me. And didn't we hear Queen Bee asking for cops to be called on me yet again? Didn't we hear her say that on her live? I need somebody to clip that and pull the transcript of that. for me and send it to me at bullhornbetty@gmail.com.
Why don't you do it yourself? Why don't you do it yourself?
Because the cops were just called. And so that is going to be used against her.
But she just said it was the property owner. How? What? What is happening? Like, she can't even keep her story straight.
Because what I'm going to end up doing is pulling public records.
Look at the bounty hunter.
And whoever is sitting here stalking me and harassing me, I will come into your...
Especially, hang on a second, y'all. Okay. We got to laugh a little bit here. Oh, here we go. Hang on a second. Open a new tab. All right, it's going to be a little bit blurry because it's so little, but even the glasses match. I might have to do a side by side later. I mean,
community and file.
And listen, I understand humidity, so like my hair looks like that too, especially when it's 85 degrees, 90 degrees here in New York. I usually wear my hair back though. Like I don't even have it down because it would look like Betty's. So I'm not knocking her for the way her hair looks because humidity does really bad things to your hair. But I would just recommend putting it up because that's what I do. It helps with the humidity.
A restraining order on you, and then after that I will be filing a lawsuit on you. I'm getting over and done with it.
So she's filing another lawsuit. Hold on.
@gmail.com. Because the cops were just called, and so that is going to be used against her. Because what I'm going to end up doing is pulling public records, and whoever is sitting here stalking me and harassing me, I will come into your community.
Oh, so we could technically pull the public records of your police report the other day, right? I mean, not that I'm going to, because honestly, I don't really care because I think it was fake and we're not going to find anything, but it's public record, right? So anybody could call that police department and ask for the report that was filed by you, right? Right.
And file a restraining order on you, and then after that I will be filing a lawsuit on you. I'm getting over and done with it.
Again, she doesn't necessarily know the law. Again, I can only speak on New York, but in New York, a restraining order will only be issued if a criminal act has been evidenced. So if someone calls the police on you for doing something illegal, I don't think that warrants a restraining order. But again, I am not law enforcement. I am not versed in the law in Tennessee. I don't know. And again, but I just think that it's a reach. I know. I guess she's trying to be JLR, right? Doesn't he hold the record for most litigations? I mean, maybe she's going for a record
sit here
too.
And play these stupid games, and you think that you guys can keep getting away with it, then I will start bringing you guys to court.
Okay.
Because if that's all I've got, because I'm not a violent person, then that's what I'll do.
Okay. And so everybody was talking about, the pew pew issue later. She's not a violent person, y'all. She's not a violent person. Yet when you look at her history, she's very violent. Very.
It's going to be not too hot. Not too hot because it's an Apple phone, and Apples don't know how to...
Oh, something. So her phone must have shut off. Well, don't leave your phone in the windshield. It's not just Apple phones. My Galaxy, if I'm walking outside and I'm using my phone, it will shut off because it gets too hot. It's not just because it's an Apple. It's because we leave it in the heat too long.
There you go. Apples don't know how to stay cool. I had a blow on you guys for like forever and ever, amen. And actually it was like, okay, well,
What's happening? I had to blow on you guys for like forever and ever, amen.
I've canceled out, right? I was thinking my live canceled out, and it was funny because
what is that noise?
My live didn't cancel. I just had to go back into it. It allowed me to resume it. It looked like it went off. It really did. Yeah, it looked like it went off. My phone overheated. It's freaking 100-degree weather here, guys. Like, it's literally 100 degrees. It's 100 degrees, and my phone got too hot. So, whew. Today was a long day. For those that are just joining in, the hate channels decided to call the law on Bullhorn Betty for literally posting missing and endangered missing flyers. This is what they called the law on me for posting these on posts. They literally called the law for me posting flyers today. Chris and Katie Proudfoot's army of criminals that are trying to thwart the search for this boy literally called the law. Had an officer waste his time to come here and counsel me on...
Oh, so she did get counseled on what's right and wrong. So it was a warning in some respect.
On posting flyers. They said I was running through the yards of these community. I was in my car.
Army? Did she say something about the army? Let me just go back. Oh, yeah, she did. Okay.
Posting these on posts. They literally called the law for me posting flyers today. Chris and Katie Proudfoot's army.
Oh, okay. So like their supporters. Give me 1 second.
Of criminals that are trying to thwart the search for this boy literally called the law. Had an officer waste his time to come here and counsel me on posting flyers. They said I was running through the yards of these community. I was in my car.
But Mr. Nobody, she tells us that we could just do a simple Google search and we could figure it out. Dum-dum. Jeez.
I moved up. I posted a flyer. I moved up. I posted a flyer. I moved up. Hardly running through property. They lied to law enforcement yet again to try to have me arrested. Every community I go to. You guys see how evil these hate channels are? These criminal channels that help criminals?
I'm not a criminal. And I'm not helping criminals. I don't have a criminal record.
Every time you guys go watch their garbage, you're supporting them wasting law enforcement resources. Because let me tell you, it doesn't really matter. I'm Bullhorn Betty, okay? If I want to go and get a ticket, hell, I'll even go to this clink for some stupid bullshit when it comes to advocating for children.
But you're not advocating. You're using him as a pawn, and it's gross. You think this is a chess game. And you're using a missing 15-year-old boy as your pawn.
I will literally freaking chain myself to a post and have them cut the chains off me and drag my ass to jail and be processed within 24 hours.
Okay, if you chain yourself to a tree, I hope no one unchains you. I hope you stay there. And you can scream from the tree. Because at least you'll be in one spot.
Hours if I so need to. I'm an advocate and an activist and covered by media.
Well, oh, let me back up just a little bit. Oh, shit.
community. I was in my car. I moved up. I posted a flyer. I moved up. I posted a flyer. I moved up. Hardly running through property. They lied to law enforcement to yet again to try to have me arrested. Seeing an endangered missing flyers. This is what they called the law on me for posting these on posts. They literally called the law for me posting flyers today. Chris and Katie Proudfoot's army.
Oh, I went too far.
Of criminals that are trying to thwart the search for this boy literally called the law. Had an officer waste his time to come here and counsel me on posting flyers. They said I was running through the yards of these community. I was in my car. I moved up. I posted a flyer. I moved up. I posted a flyer. I moved up. Hardly running through property. They lied to law enforcement to yet again to try to have me arrested. Every community I go to. You guys see how evil these hate channels are? These criminal channels that help criminals? Every time you guys go watch their garbage, you're supporting them wasting law enforcement resources.
Did I go too far?
Because let me tell you, it doesn't really matter. I'm Bullhorn Betty, okay? If I want to go, the Constitution.
All right. Let me just slow it down because I'm on 1 1/4 speed.
2. I'm an advocate and an activist, and
there we go. There we go. It has her legal name, which is blurred, thankfully. Bullhorn Betty Media 2028. I'm not sure what this says on the side, but that's not a real press pass. You're not media. You're not media. I can print one of those. Yeah, I agree, Janet. The whole live isn't about him. I'm pretty sure she printed it herself because during the Idaho 4 when the court hearings were starting, she had said, if anyone needs credentials, email me and I can hook you up. I can get you the credentials you need to get inside the courthouse. Because at that point, they were going to make it media only. And so she said, and I think I have the clip of it. I'll have to look. Let me write myself a note. I'm pretty sure I have the clip of it. She said that she would hook them up. Just email her.
Covered by media when I cover these cases. The Constitution is where I derive my law. Hate channels. Calling law enforcement on Bullhorn Betty for posting flyers. I want that to sink into everybody. I want you guys to pass this around. I want you guys to tell them how disgusting and nasty and horrible and evil they are. You know who is causing all the threats in this community for people searching? Chris and Katie Proudfoots and their cohorts. That
she hasn't done any searching. So I think this argument is irrelevant because they're not preventing you from searching because you haven't tried to search.
My friend is who is threatening the people of this community that come in. They threatened me.
Dramatic pause for effect.
They threatened me. Oh, Terry Bowersox. Oh, you went.
Okay, so here's the thing. It seems like she's in that neighborhood and the car wasn't behind her. They kind of drove behind her. She sees who it is and then she starts following them. They have every right to be where they are because that's their community.
Oh, Terry Bowersocks. Oh, you want to come around?
She ran out of time to search Purple Haze. Is that what she said? So slow. Right, Lisa. So far, she stalked the Proudfoots, posted illegal bills, driving while streaming, and the best one, she flips out on TV. I mean, it's
Around here?
I don't know the right word. It's not normal to do this. It's not normal.
Oh, look at who it is. It's Terry Bowersocks. Look who just pulled up. She's
flying. She's flying to follow this person.
QX80. Coming up, taking my tag plate. Let's turn it around on his tag plate.
This is maniacal. What happens next is purely maniacal behavior.
Terry Bowersocks. Terry Bowersocks right there. Came up and decided to take my plate on. So you want to know who's harassing who out
here? Well, ma'am, it looks like you're behind them. You followed them. And again, I don't know where she was parked. I don't know what that establishment was, what the business was, what it was. I don't know where she was. But this is their community. They have every right to be in their community. And when they drove by, she took it upon herself to follow them. So now who is harassing who? Mr. Bowersocks is not harassing her. He drove by her car. That is hardly harassing someone or stalking someone or following someone. It's driving by their car. He kept it moving. And then she decided to move even faster to catch up to this person.
The proof is in the pudding. The Bowersocks and the Proudfoots are the ones coming and harassing people. That right there, my friend, is Terry Bowersocks.
Yeah, and Infamous, I was watching, but I was so taken aback that I was flabbergasted. I was like, is she really doing, like, this is crazy to get out of your car. I believe this is a turning lane, just based on the way the setup is. This looks like a left turn lane. This is a, go straight lane. And then this would be a left turn lane or maybe go straight. But either way, it's a 3-lane highway.
Came by and took a picture. Why are you taking my license plate?
Why are you filming me?
Because you came by.
And see, this is where, I mean, more power to Mr. Bowersocks, but I would not have engaged with her. I would have rolled my window up. I mean, maybe he doesn't have air conditioning. Maybe, I don't know. But either way, I would deal with the heat, not to engage with this woman because she wants them to engage. That's how she gets off. That's how she, thrives. She thrives for the attention. So if you don't engage, that will piss her off tenfold.
Me, Mr. Bowersocks.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm in a public place. Yes. Why are you harassing me and following me? Why are you harassing me and following me when I'm conducting business?
How can I be following?
She's conducting business? What? She was sitting in her car bitching at the camera. How is that conducting business? Yeah, in traffic. In traffic. I mean, there's cars here driving by, and I mean, I'm surprised none of the people driving by called 911 and said there's some lady in the road screaming at another car. I mean, you see this happen, and sometimes the outcome is not very good. When you see road rage incidents like this, a lot of the times the outcome is really, really bad. She doesn't know this guy from that car next to him. I mean, I just don't understand.
You just were in the plaza. You've been following me, sir. You guys have been harassing me and threatening me for 2 days.
Prove it.
I am right here, sir. Right here, sir.
Oh my God. Okay, so he said prove it, right? And kudos to him. I don't know this man, but I mean, he was calm, he was collected, he dished it back while being respectful. She was a complete maniac. Screeching. It wasn't even screaming, it was screeching. And I'm sure other people, I mean, we all saw it. And if she brings this to a police station and shows them, this guy's harassing me, he's following me. Excuse me, ma'am? Good question, Lisa. How did she know they were in the plaza? So was she, just waiting? Was she casing their house? And when they left, she followed them and used the excuse, oh, I'm going to go hang up signs in this plaza? I mean, it's probably happenstance that they drove behind her car, but that is a very good question. Hey, AMAC, I'm back but driving. We'll drive safe. Yeah, Sinner, I agree with that. I would have rolled up my window, and I probably would have called 911, because if someone comes up to my window and starts threatening me, this was years ago, but I had stopped on my way home for pizza, and there was a guy inside the pizza place. We were just chatting, like, being friendly. So I go out to my car and I see that I can sense he's following me. And I was like, So I get in my car quick and I lock the door. Well, I locked my door. He starts banging on my window, banging. And I kept saying to him, I was saying, like, calmly, like, you need to back up. Stop banging on my window. I will call the police. So he finally stopped. I took off. He starts running behind my car. I was like, what the heck? I mean, thankfully, I didn't live around there. I don't know who this man was. But you don't know what people can do. Oh, my bad, Meredith. I won't insult dog anymore. I agree, Infamous. She knew the car and plates. Yes, Purple Haze. I noticed that because I was like, but didn't she have a live? And I hate having this paused on Mr. Bowersox. Let me just bring it back to bring it back here for a minute. Didn't she have a live? And I didn't watch it, but I'm pretty sure she had a live about the cars, the family cars, like what kind of car they drove, and she actually said during a live stream, she asked people in the area to take photos of license plates. And she said it on a live, and I remember it because I was like, are you kidding me? That is so creepy. And so that's actually a really good point. She knew the car and plates immediately. We saw, yeah, it was a split second. As soon as that car, like, she didn't notice it when it was behind her, but as soon as it came to like her peripheral and she turned, she knew exactly who it was. That is a really good observation. This is how she tells on herself. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I know. I'm sure she has, Lisa. She background checks all of us. It's gross. All right, let me just speed it up a little bit.
Mr. Bauer Socks.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm in a public place.
Yes,
Why are you harassing me and following me?
Why are
you harassing me and following me when I'm conducting business?
How can I be following you when
You just were in the
He has a point. How can I be following you when you were just in the thing? Right. She was parked. How can he be following her when she was parked talking to a police officer for 20 minutes?
plaza. You've been following me,
I was
sir.
stopping
You
over
guys
here.
have been harassing me and threatening me for 2 days.
Prove it.
I am right here, sir.
That was great. Prove, and look at there's so many cars. So if she was to try to do anything, there's going to be witnesses that can say some random lady with a neon green shirt got out of her car and started yelling and screaming at the car in front of her. And we all saw it. It's just like in Idaho when she spit on that guy. She turned the camera off, but Olivia didn't. We all saw it. She spit at that guy. But then she claims he spit on her. No, boo-boo. And I apologize, Savage. I stole your words. No, boo-boo. We all saw you spit on that man. So she does things because she thinks it's going to prove her case. If anything, it completely disproves everything that she's claiming. She's the stalker. She's the follower. She's the harasser. And it was all shown in this 20 seconds. Yeah, Sandy, the guy in the white pickup. Yup.
Right here, sir.
Oh my God. Hold on. Let me just back up a tiny, tiny bit. I'm at 38. 128.38. So watch. I'm going to put this on slow mode just so I can pause it.
Here, sir.
Check that out. She is holding up traffic. There's a car here. It looks like there's another car behind that truck. There's a truck here. I mean, she's holding up traffic by yelling and screaming and being a maniac. Unreal.
Prove it? Yeah, I did just prove it, asshole.
Wow. And she continues. Oh, so it was a turning lane. Okay, so I was right. There was 3 lanes. One was straight, one was left, one was right. Look at her. She's
Better go through
up.
that fucking light.
Okay, so this part, I have not seen this. This is where I stopped watching because I had my live about Wade Wilson, but he's trying to get away, and it looks like she's got a red light now, right? Yep.
Fuck with me.
Oh,
I don't need violence.
Oh my God.
I will capture.
I don't need violence. You were just violent. You were just violent. Holy crap. The universe. Thank you, universe, for giving her a red light. Jeez.
Capture you on film. Prove it? There it is. Who's following? Who's stalking? Who's harassing?
Well, you know what? Let's do we haven't done a poll. in a while. Let's do a poll, because usually people say 1 and 2 in the chat. I'm going to do a poll. Give me 1 second. ¿Dónde está? Está aquí. Okay, so, oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Start a poll. Who is the, I'm just going to say who is the offender in this situation, right? Because we know what she's claiming. I'm going to say Mr. or Bullhorn. All right, so there's the poll. So again, based on what she just said, right? Who's following, who's stalking, who's harassing? Is it Mr. or is it Bullhorn?
Who? The proof is in the pudding.
Wow.
The proof is in the pudding.
She's going to end up having a heart attack. I keep saying that, but her blood pressure has got to be sky high.
Now you want to know who it is?
Or probably a stroke is more, she's probably going to have a stroke. I don't know.
I expose a lot of shit. It's the Proudfoots and the...
And I feel so bad. One of my cats just started like racing around like, what the hell is that? Sorry, Patty. My bad. It's just a silly lady over here.
Power socks harassing people, hunting them down like rabid animals. He was scared. He got caught with his pants down.
What?
I told you it was them.
Oh my God.
Told you, I told you, I told you. Told you so. Ugh. I am so angry right now. Holy shit. Now, you guys got yourself a lawsuit, Mr. Bauer Socks.
For what? For what? What is she going to sue him for? Asking her to prove it? Well, I guess that's probably why. He said prove it. So she's gonna, you know, file a complaint, a lawsuit for them to prove what she's doing or what she claims they're doing. Like, what? Yeah, Infamous, she cannot regulate her emotions. I mean, 0 to 360 in a 1/10 of a second. She should have been a track star.
You want to harass me? You want to stalk me? I'm putting a stop to that shit. Believe that. Believe that, Mr. Bauer Socks. Believe that.
And notice she's still breaking the law by live streaming and talking to her phone while driving.
Literally stalking me, calling my, trust me, Tim Bailey.
Calling who? Calling who? Who are they calling? Oh, you couldn't think of it fast enough? Yeah.
Bailey's hearing this shit. Somebody click that and send that to Sumner County. Seth, if you're still in here, you saw it with your own eyes. You want to know who's been harassing your searchers? You just seen it.
Wow.
You want to know why you can't get nobody out here to help you? You just seen it. You don't see me cowering away. You didn't see me in here.
Is she shitting? Who is she shitting right now? Probably herself, but that's beside the point. You don't see me. Okay. The irony in this. You don't see me carrying away. Is she serious? What did she just call her getting out of her car in the middle of the road to scream at another car? That's not carrying on? Look how angry she is. Holy moly. Corinne, be careful. She's going to say that you threatened her.
Here, you want something to say to me, Mr. Bauer Sox? Say it to my face. I'm fishing, bitch.
He just did, Betty Boo. He just did say it to your face. But you know what? I think this is my opinion, of course. I think the reason she's so mad right now is because he didn't elicit the response that she wanted. She wanted him to elevate. She wanted him to be defiant. And he wasn't. He just said, prove it. And that was enough to set her off. Well, she was already set off, but set her off more. Oh, she was giggling a bit. Of course she was. But I do think that it's a nervous laughter. That's my opinion. I don't think it's necessarily that she thinks it's funny. I think it's, and again, I only speak for myself, like when I'm stressed or, sometimes I laugh. But again, I can only speak for myself. I don't know. I think she's just angry.
Bitch. And you just were caught. You got on my little hook. Even when that officer was out there talking to me, he said, you need to be careful. I said, sir, I'm fishing right now.
What? You told the police officer that you were fishing and you were trying to hook, line, and sinker someone? That's pretty threatening if you ask me. I don't think you said that to the police officer. But I'm pretty sure he had his body camera on. So, I mean, public record. I'm not going to request it because, again, I don't give a shit. But somebody could get the body cam footage to see what he actually said to you. And that would definitely probably prove you a big, fat liar.
And he's like, but I would be remiss not to tell you to be careful. I said, I'm fishing. I understand. Thank you for being my biggest fish. Dumb. You guys are so stupid. I already told your son-in-law he didn't want to mess with me. I know what the hell I'm doing here. But you guys want to be stupid. You guys want to be stupid. You guys want to get the stupid prize. Okay. Betty will help you with that. Betty sure will help you with that. Idiots. Threatening my life and then literally showing up and trying to intimidate me. Terry, that was a bad decision. Bad decision, my friend, because you got some money.
Oh, so that's what it's about. It's all about the money. She wants to make it rain. Who sang that song? It's all about the money, money, money. It's all about the dun 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 dun. Who sang that song? I'm gonna have to look that up.
And people like me like to use the law to protect themselves. We're about to turn around here in just a second.
She's flying.
Bad move, dude. Bad move. Prove it? You literally told me to prove it while you're on my camera stalking me. Okay. We never said these were the sharpest tools in the box. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Nobody ever thought that Chris, Katie, or the Bauer Sox were very smart people. They're idiots with some money. That's all.
SS PSYOPs, I would, but I'd probably get copyright struck. I'd have to check that out, but that is actually a good idea. Now I have to find your comment on StreamYard. Where did it go? Oh, here. Can you please mute her and pull up a window to play Dog the Bounty Hunter theme while she's ranting and driving and be hilarious? That would actually be a good video. I mean, I'll have to see. I don't know. I'll look into it. But that would actually be, if you just have the theme song with her yelling, it probably would be pretty cool. Hey, Brianna. Yeah, it's shed, not toolbox. Good point, Sinners. That's the most dull tool. Oh my gosh.
They're a bunch of fucking idiots. Don't worry, sir.
Oh, she's getting on her other.
I don't get intimidated very easily.
Now she has. Does she even have a hand on the wheel? I don't think she does. So she has the.
Chris, Katie, or the Bauer Sox were very smart people.
Oh,
they're
she stopped.
idiots
Okay,
with some money.
bad.
That's all.
Oh no, she's not stopped. She's still
They're a bunch
going.
of fucking idiots. Don't worry, sir.
She has no hands on the wheel.
I don't get intimidated very easily, as you can.
Oh, so she might have her hand on the wheel, and she's doing something with her phone, which requires two hands. Like, pull over. Like, she's flying down the side street on her cell phone, live streaming, and there's other cars going.
I don't know what he thinks he just did. Like, dude, do you not know?
Jeanette, that's a good question. TikTok does not allow live streaming while driving. They will shut down your live immediately. I don't know why YouTube doesn't either.
I just want to ask you, what do you think?
She stopped. Thank you for stopping. Unless she's at a stop sign. But I see there was a box truck just went by. There's cars behind her.
Your law enforcement is going to do when you piss me the fuck off. And it goes for the Bauer Sox and the Proudfoot.
Okay, now, is this a threat? Let me just back up a tiny bit. Because I was kind of talking over her. What's law enforcement is going to do when you piss me off?
And it goes for the Bauer Sox and the Proudfoots. When I bring the shit show to your town.
I'm just already bring it to their town?
Because I've been very calm. I've been very courteous. I've been trying to do my job without making a ruckus. But if you wanna push me, honey, I'll come back with a whole kind of ruckus that you guys would not even know what to do with, and your law enforcement will not be able to stop. Let me just put it out there like that. Don't freaking threaten me. Don't try to intimidate me. You will never win.
Aw, Muddy Paws, thank you so much for becoming a member. I truly appreciate that. Oh, that's a good point, Sinner. Where'd it go? The road. Watch the road, dum-dum. Yeah, she's not even looking at the road. Like she has no consideration for the innocent people around her. At all. Yeah, calm and courteous. Yeah. Nothing further from the truth. Calm is relative. Absolutely. Lisa, I wouldn't put it past her.
Ever. You want to pull my card? Do that shit again, Mr. Proudfoot and Mr. Bauer Sox. Pull that shit again. You will hear me roar. You will hear me roar. Pull that shit again. Double dog dare you. Double dog dare you.
And what he needs to do is to not engage at all. Because not engaging with her type of personality is going to piss her off even more. And usually the more someone talks, the more they dig their hole.
Actually, it's in this phone here. Oops, sorry, guys. I gotta seat you back. I hate this.
Like, are you freaking serious? Like, who cares about your freaking phone? People can still hear you. Like, what in the world? She's going to end up she's going to kill someone on the road. Some innocent person who's just trying to get home to their family or get to work. Or get a milkshake. Because she's worried about her freaking phone videotaping her.
I like the thing because it's cool, but I don't like it because it's a pain in the ass to get the phone into.
So
I
then
need to
don't
find out where
freaking
the hell
use
my
it.
room is.
Yeah, I agree.
Actually, I think right now, with all this shit, I think I earned myself a steak, y'all. I'm going to get me self a steak. And you know what I'm going to do? That officer was so nice to me. And he said, Texas Roadhouse is good. He goes, but I like Jonathan's. So I have a funny feeling I'm about to go to Jonathan's and get me like a $50 or $60.
Oh, I wonder if she's going to go to Jonathan's because of a certain someone. And she's going to get a $50 or $60 steak to say, see that? See that?
Steak. I think I earned it. I don't like spending that kind of money on me, but you know what?
Here she goes, being Southern again.
I just got stalked the whole time I was here. I got threatened with my life. And you know what? If I'm going to get run over by a fucking truck tomorrow, damn it, I'm going to have a steak in my belly. I ain't going out like that. I'm just saying.
Lilac leaves. No, I am not.
But this is what I'm going to do, because the officer said that they are second A here. That the law.
And actually, I think that's one of her quotes. She used to say, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to go back and with some of my lives, but she would say, you can sit and spin. You can sit and spin. Well, maybe she needs to sit and spin.
Law enforcement welcomes it. And they also said that, you know what? They reminded me that Tennessee has reciprocity in Florida, or with Florida. He said I can bring my gun there. My concealed weapons license.
Wait, hold on. The police officer said that?
Said that, you know what? They reminded me that Tennessee has reciprocity in Florida, or with Florida. He said I can bring my gun there. My concealed weapons license works here just fine.
I call BS. BS.
So you know what I think I'm gonna do? Maybe we'll
Okay, so thank you, Lisa. So I'm just gonna do a disclaimer. This is where she starts talking about violence, being violent with a pew pew. Usually I just say the word, but I don't know, I'm being reserved today. Because usually when I talk about my cases, I just say what it is. But just to let all of you know, this is where she starts talking about violence. And I have to look it up, but I also had seen someone had posted that being on the domestic violence registry also prevents you from owning a firearm.
I'll get a little GoFundMe. Maybe I just need to go to the local gun store and get myself a little.
So you're gonna create a GoFundMe to buy. I thought you had a firearm. You used to post it on your community page. Why do you need another weapon? What the heck's going on here? Whoa. Something was going on with my mouse.
Right? I think this is an open carry state. We'll get myself a little hoister.
A hoister?
I mean, if it's going to be the Wild Wild West, bullhorn back.
Oh my God, stop with the freaking accent.
He's going to get her cowboy hat and her shit-kicking boots on. I'm just saying. But I don't roll that way. I'm not here for problems. I came here to do a job. I did my job. We still have a lot of work to do. I'm going to still continue to do my job, whether or not law enforcement is called 1,000 times. You want to waste law enforcement's time? That's fine. You can waste law enforcement's time. They can sit right there and watch me do my job. And if they feel like
I would love to tell you this is unreal, but it is real. She's speaking in demon, possibly. Oh, good point. Where did that comment go? Amy, I think she might be self-distracting. It's the calm before the storm, so to speak. I don't know. I in the time that I've reviewed her, so I've had my channel probably about 1.5 years now, maybe a little less. And I've seen her, I mean, she's become irate at me, but I don't remember her being this vicious. Like this is I don't even know. Yeah, SS Sipes, I don't know. How is YouTube so okay with this? Our community true crime has degenerated so much since Watts. It literally hinders cases far more than it ever helps. It's disgusting and I'm so uncomfortable with it. This isn't true crime. She claims she's true crime, but she's not. She is drama 100%. Drama and misinformation. All right, Corinne, I'll check it later after I end the live, which will be ending soon because we're almost done. She's never been this vicious because I think she's feeling successful at her face is all this hoopla, it's fake, and she feels like she's... Yeah, could be. Yeah, Amex, she is all drama. She's a drama mama, but I feel like I don't know, like I even you know, is mad as I got at her, and you know, I called her names, obviously, but I would never think of hurting her ever. Like I wouldn't even think of, I don't know, like I just keep it here on the internet. Like I'll call her a bish or a heifer, but I mean, to elicit violence against someone and say it on a live stream, like this in itself has got to be against terms of service. You're legitimately saying you're going to create a GoFundMe to get a weapon to, I don't even know what. And it concerns me as well because the other day on her live, she had claimed that a creator wanted to put a bullet in her brain. Like, that's not normal. It's not normal.
Come out of line, they can ticket me. And if they want to continue to ticket me, I'll just continue to pay those tickets. They want to take and put those silver handcuffs on me for advocating for this boy. Well, then God bless them. Let it be. Let it be what it is. But I will tell you one thing. Anybody that's going to arrest me, I don't know. I just don't think that anybody is going to seriously arrest somebody for posting these. Can you imagine them having to explain to a judge why they arrested a person for posting paper? Literally posting paper. Sounds pretty stupid.
But you can't just post paper where you want. You can't just do what you want when you want because you want to do it. You have to have permission to do things.
Doesn't it? We have almost 1,500 people in chat right now. If you...
Yeah, because they were seeing a show. I mean, I should have kept the Oscar goes to thumbnail for today. But I just thought I was going to talk about her posting flyers. I didn't know it was going to come to this. Like, holy Toledo.
You guys are one of the people that are in chat and you guys have not liked this thing. People are trying to throw me in jail even though I'm not breaking the law. They're trying to violate my law.
Can I see her name? You mean on the flyer, Corinne? I would have to look, like do a screenshot on my phone. I can't get rid of the progress bar. But she said she got those from Seth, so I'm thinking those are official posters. If of course she's telling the truth, which I don't why would she lie about getting flyers from Mr. Rogers?
Sounds pretty stupid, doesn't it? We have almost 1,500 people in chat right now. If you guys are one of the people that are in chat and you guys have not liked this thing, people are trying to throw me in jail even though I'm not breaking the law. They're trying to violate my law, my rights, right? They're trying to break their...
What about you violating other people's rights? They have the right to live a peaceful existence. They have the right to not have someone get out of their car and scream at them like a maniac. I mean, you think about your rights, but what about the people around you's rights? What about the people's rights on the road when you're live streaming and reading chat instead of looking at the road? What about their rights?
Breaking the law, and they keep trying to say, oh my God, Betty's breaking the law. We're going to get her this time. And here we are yet again. This is officer. What in the 4 years, how many times have I dealt with officers? How many times have I dealt with officers in my 4 years? Every single.
Did you mean 40 years? Oh, wait, not 40 years, because she's only 44. So, or wait, she's 45. She's 45. Or she'll be 45. So, do you mean like 30 years?
Single case, I deal with officers. And you know what those beautiful people do? Because they're the worker bees. They're not top brass, so they're never ones that I go after. We back the blue here, but sometimes top brass gets under my skin, so I become a boil on their ass. And you know what those beautiful people do?
Because I'm distracted by this fake accent. It's so bad.
Because they're the worker bees. They're not top brass, so they're never ones that I go after. We back the blue here, but sometimes top brass gets under my skin, so I become a boil on their ass. And but the worker bees, the men and women of blue, the real blue, the wall of blue, those are amazing people. And you know what? Every time I go out to one of these places, usually they're the ones sitting right next to me because they have to watch me. You know, I didn't want to have to waste law enforcement resource time. I am in danger. And that officer informed me about how much danger I was in. The officer himself informed me. That's what the whole conversation was back there. He's concerned for my safety. He's very concerned for my safety. This is part of.
And so my question would be, and again, if you're that concerned about your safety, why are you still there? Scratch that. So before she went to Tennessee, she was claiming that she was being harassed, followed, stalked, etc., etc. Why would you drive there? Okay, benefit of the doubt, you drive there. Now these things are happening. They've been happening allegedly since you got there. Why are you still there? That would be my question if I was the officer. If you're not from here and you feel threatened, why are you here?
For the job. And like I told him, I've come face to face with murderers, child R's. It's my job. This is what I do. I put myself in danger. I don't like being in any more danger than I'm already in. But see these bitches that sit at home with their thumb up their ass, smoking their crack pipe and their weed.
Jesus.
They don't understand because they're too busy being high and stupid to understand that they're putting people in danger. This is why you don't get your content from your local crackhead or hophead. Okay.
Jesus. She, and I hate to keep bringing up Wade Wilson. If you don't know who Wade Wilson is, definitely check out my lives on him. He loves to talk. He is now a convicted murderer, and he loves to talk. Just loves to talk. Betty loves to talk. And the more she talks, the more she digs her hole. She needs, in my opinion, she needs to just stop talking. She needs to take a break. I learned that the hard way. When you want to react, you have to just stop. You have to breathe, and you need to just fight the urge to react.
If you want the truth, you're going to want to keep with good channels, okay? There's other channels besides me if you don't like me, right? There's always Justice for All, right? Good channel. You got Justin on TikTok, good channel. You got Chris McDonough, great channel. You got Duty Ron, another great channel. You got Jennifer Coffindaffer. You got 10 to Life, It's a Crime. You've got some really good options out there that give you great, great, great content
I would not put Duty Ron in the same category as Justin for All and Justin on TikTok. Just saying. Duty Ron should not be in the same sentence as those two creators.
Where you don't have to listen to these trash bags, you know? I'm just saying. You got choices out there. If you don't like Bullhorn Betty, you got a million other choices than these disgusting ghetto trash pieces of shit.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, we're going to be, I'm not sure what I want to do with Terry Bauer socks yet, but he says, do I have proof? Well, I just got proof, sir. You just gave me proof, dum-dum. You, your son, and the people your son is working with to help him cover up.
And Lisa, I'm pretty sure she still has him hashtagged in her description along with a whole bunch of others that, you know, she's trying to get views off of.
His crime, him and his wife's crime. You guys mess with the wrong bee. You got get that. Bullhorn.
So she can call everyone else a bish, but she can't call herself one?
Betty's not terrified of you. You cannot intimidate me. If you really want to.
So again, I feel like a broken record, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I am a dum-dum. But if someone cannot intimidate you, why have you gone off for the past 20 minutes about being followed, allegedly harassed, allegedly threatened? If you cannot be intimidated, why are you reacting this way? Because a person, in my opinion, a person who's not intimidated will not react at all. They will just go on and say, well, that was weird. Or, what an a-hole. Or, that guy needs to go kick rocks. Or, better yet, get lost. I mean, the reaction kind of negates what she's saying here for me. And again, that's just me.
To piss me off, you can go ahead and do it, but many people don't like me when I'm pissed off. I'm just saying. They like me being stealth like I am. They don't really want my mouth in their neighborhood, if you get my drift.
I think your mouth is literally in their neighborhood. I mean, you're the one that's always saying literally. Well, your mouth is literally in their neighborhood right now. So, yeah.
And Mr. Bowersock, since you thought you were being slick, I'll start in front of your house first. You, sir, I just let Tim Bailey know about your son-in-law's threats toward me, and literally threat.
Who is Tim Bailey? Is he law enforcement? I've never heard of Tim Bailey before. Is she building this all up to whip the bullhorn out? I'm surprised she hasn't already. Honestly, I'm surprised she hasn't had the bullhorn already. I think she's going to have the bullhorn when she goes to Kingsport. Hey, Mitten Mama, how are you? I haven't seen one of your cooking videos in forever. Yes, 2 hands on the wheel at all times. Especially when you're on the highway. Well, sometimes I don't. If I am using cruise control and it's not busy.
To run me over. And then you show up.
Wait, who threatened to run her over? Oh, that was the audio. I think because I was listening to it on the way to work. She played this audio, and I don't know whose audio it was, and I don't even know how she knew that he was talking about her because I didn't hear her name at all. Anyways, that's not the point. All I heard, it was hard to hear, but it was something about if someone's in the road, they're going to get run over. And I don't think it was a literal. It was like figurative. If you're in the road, you're going to get run over. So you don't want to be in the road, so you don't get run over. But again, I don't know the context. She was playing it from who knows when, like where in the stream. So I don't even know if it was about her, but she made it about her. Oh, she said she didn't bring it with her.
And start harassing me while I'm in a parking lot, thinking you're going to intimidate me.
I appreciate that.
Well, bitch, I had you shaken, didn't I? Didn't expect me to get out of my car and address you, did you? Didn't expect to see us high.
Well, I don't think anyone expected you to get out of your car on a road, a 3-lane road. Well, 6-lane road, but you were on one side. I don't think anyone expected you to get out of your car. I don't think anyone expected you to follow that person. I was gobsmacked. Come on, unmute or unpause.
Tiny little blonde thing, did you, Mr. Big Guy? Think you're going to intimidate a little girl like me? I'm not even from New York. I'm from Florida, you know?
What? Wait, what? Why is she now saying I'm not from New York? What does New York have to do with anything? I mean, what? The only creator I know that she talks about who's from New York is me. Don't bring New York into this, Betty. New York doesn't want you. But good luck when you come to Manhattan. I can't wait to see that trip.
No. I'm from Florida. That was some bullshit. But it's nice to meet you, Terry Bauer Socks. Don't worry.
Let me pause this, lady. Oh, Mitten Mama, I do remember seeing your post. I'm so sorry. I hope that he is doing better. I did see that. I'm so sorry. And I hope that he's on the mend and that he will make a full recovery. And I'm really glad that he has you and your husband to be there with him. Meredith, don't insult dogs. I know. No one thinks you're from New York. I mean, she hasn't even tried to talk like she's from New York. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Now she's going to talk like a New Yorker. Good thing she didn't cover the Karen Reed trial. She'd be trying to talk like she was from Boston.
Me and you're going to be acquainted really soon. You don't have nothing to worry about, Cupcake. Me and you are going to get to know each other really good, one-on-one. Trust me, the pressure campaign's just beginning. Just beginning. And your fat bitches ain't going to be able to keep up with me.
Wow. Why is everyone fat now? I mean, that's like the go-to insult. You're so fat. Do you not know, like, do people not realize that those of us who are overweight know that we're overweight? I mean, like, why? Why the insult? I mean, it's lame.
So good luck. All right, guys, I'm going to go in and get a steak. I'm going to have to, have them watch my car out here.
Oh, my God. There's no cars where you're parked. So she's going to go. I don't even think she's at the restaurant. Maybe she is. But so she's going to go in there and say, can y'all watch my car? Because somebody's following me.
But you know what? At this point, I'm calling law enforcement. I'm going to let them know that my life is in danger and that they need to protect me. And I'm going to ask them to sit a cop out in front of my hotel. And I want that to be the courtesy of the Bowersocks and the Proudfoots and their thugs. That we have to waste.
Oh, hang on. Let me back up because I was distracted. I was distracted by Amac's comment. Where did it go? She's gonna throw down a steak, y'all. She's gonna throw down a steak.
Hotel. And I want that.
Wait, oh my God. Okay.
Calling law enforcement. I'm gonna let them know that my life is in danger and that they need to protect me. And I'm gonna ask them to sit a cop out in front of my hotel.
So let me get this straight. You complained about a property owner wasting an hour of law enforcement's time because you went on their property without permission to put flyers up, but you're going to waste hours upon hours of law enforcement time to sit outside your hotel to watch your car and to protect you. She is unreal. They're not going to have a cop sit outside your motel to protect you. When you show them, well, I'm assuming here, but when you show them that video that we all just saw, I'm pretty sure they're going to think that you can protect yourself. Just saying.
And I want that to be the courtesy of the Bowersocks and the Proudfoots and their thugs. That we have to waste an entire night of a law enforcement officer's time and pay to protect Betty because you guys want to try to intimidate a little girl. Man, I'm shaking in my boots. Scared?
Do you mean you're shaking in your tennis shoes? Because apparently when she was going down this ditch, I don't know why she had to go in the ditch. She's going down a ditch. She had her tennis shoes on. Where's your boots, Betty? You know, these boots were made for walking.
As she's it. See you soon. All right, guys. Once I get back to my hotel, we'll go live. We'll kind of have a debrief of today. But we did what I tell you we were going to do.
A debrief? I don't think anybody needs a debrief. Everyone saw what happened.
We're going to uncover a lot when we were out there. We know that Chris Proudfoot's story has holes in it. We know he was not at work at 5:15, which has now brought them breathing down my door because we are bringing the truth here. And then we've got them stalking me, harassing me, and threatening my life.
We all saw you threatening other people's lives in this video, ma'am. You said you were gonna, start a GoFundMe to raise money to get a pew-pew. Yeah.
And threatening my life.
Unreal.
And everybody wanted to know who was making these threats. Well, we now know who is doing it. I have no problem telling and putting that on blast exactly who's following me around.
The thing is, so I was just thinking, like, this whole time she's sitting in this parking lot complaining, right? No one seems to be parked behind her, like to the side. Like I was, I saw a car drive by, but no one's parked over here or behind her. No one seems to be even near her, but someone's following her.
But you guys don't understand me, and you don't want my people understanding you. I can tell you that. I didn't get this hard overnight. Trust me, I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve, and I got a lot of favors to call in.
Tricks and favors? I'm not sure if that should be in the same sentence, girlfriend.
Understanding you, I can tell you that. I didn't get this hard overnight. Trust me.
I'm sorry, it's late. It's like almost my bedtime. Okay.
But you guys don't understand me, and you don't want my people understanding you. I can tell you that. I didn't get this hard overnight. Trust me.
And then she talks about tricks and favors. I mean, I think she means like a hard ass, like she's not affected by anything. Like she doesn't get emotional, like she's hard, like she's hardened, like a person who's been in prison a really long time, a hardened criminal, right? But the way she says it, like, is not the meaning I think she meant it to be. Well, according to her, Lisa, she's got brass balls, so.
Me, I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve, and I got a lot of favors to call in.
Jeanette, exactly.
I would check yourself and think wisely before you act.
Is there nobody? Oh, shoot, that she didn't even she just ended it. She didn't say goodbye. She didn't say anything. She just, bloop, there it went. All right, so I'm just going to quickly show, because we're not going to get to it, obviously, because I ran my mouth I didn't even realize it's been 2.5 hours. Oh my gosh, I'm way over my time, but I just wanted to show you quickly. This was her live to debrief. So, I mean, I guess the undies that Sinner had, the emoji that he had used earlier is fitting. Because she's in her undies, it appears. Oh, we won't miss the debrief. We are going to debrief. We will debrief tomorrow. Because I will be doing an afternoon live on Betty. On the one that she did. I probably won't show the whole thing. I'll listen to it tomorrow and just see. Well, actually, I'll probably listen to it first to see if it's worthy. And if not, I will probably just do, I'll just clip the interesting parts and post it. But, wow. Sorry, Little Minx. I know. I should have warned all of you that she was in her underpants. And didn't she say the other day that most of these creators, these hate channels, they sit in their basements and with no pants on? Well, Betty, you don't wear pants a lot either. Just saying. Yeah. Oh, wait. All right, y'all. Well, I am on way too late, but it's been really fun for sure. I talk way too much, but it was really, really fun. And wow. Cop told her Jonathan's the next live. She said she went to steak place called Anthony's. Oh. Her chat is lucky to afford oodles of noodles, and she's bragging about a $60 steak. Yeah. I mean, Tooth Fairy, New York, tough people. She's going to find out. Allegedly, she's going to Manhattan in July, just a few weeks. I can't wait to see her footage from there. She thinks she's so hard. We'll see. All right, everybody. Thanks, Little Minx. I appreciate that. I know, Pookie, the kittens, I've got to go. I mean, I was with them and they were falling asleep. So I'm like, all right, I'm out. But I got to go hang out with them for a little bit before bed. Aw, thanks, Psyops. I appreciate that. Jump out, crunking out. I don't know where that's from, but that's a great saying. All right, y'all. So I will be live tomorrow at 4:30, though, to finish our coverage of Wade Wilson's sentencing phase. We will be going over closing arguments and the verdict, which actually was handed down today. So definitely we would love for you to join us. But if not, make sure notifications are on. If you haven't liked this, please do so. I would very much appreciate it. So until next time, y'all, I will see you all on the flip side.